So, yeah. With those odds, getting a shiny back to back has to be insane. It's like the dream. Like I'm sure for a second that the guy thought he was dreaming. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what the winner is going to be. Here's hoping for either Feebas or back to back.
Is Reversal Shiny Feebas.
Yeah!
That was what I was hoping it would be. That was one of the most exciting things. Just as a Pokemon fan, I had seen that man going for that shiny for so long.
I just got word that we won Shiny Reaction of the Year. Thank you so much, everybody, for voting. If you're watching this, thank you so much if you did. 4 years is way too long to dedicate towards any Shiny, so please don't ever do that. Don't be like me. It's not worth it. Maybe it is. I don't know. I've never done. This is the first award I've ever won in my life. Thank you.
And
Nah,
I'm
man, you're
hopeful the
aspirational.
next hunt he goes on doesn't take 4 years. But if it does, I'll be ready to
true
watch the
inspiration.
reaction.
To introduce the cutest Pokemon of the
Ooh,
year,
cute
here's
time,
the
cute
lovely
time.
Lucy
Cuteness
Candy
overload.
Eevee.
The number one aspect of Pokemon that immediately draws in fans is the prospect of befriending these adorable monsters as they grow and evolve. Cute Pokemon are so important, in fact, that it's the most voted category in this show. We just like cute little guys! Let's see which of these sweet and often tiny Pokemon have brought us the most amount of joy over the past year. The nominees for cutest Pokemon are Diplin, Pecharunt, Terrapagos, Ogerpon, Sinistcha, and Sprigatito. And the cutest.
Okay. So, I want to go back a bit to show. Yeah, because here we can. Like, we were complaining about Shiny Terrapagos earlier. But here we can actually see what the original looks like. So I was right about the eyes, but it also looks like it went to a lighter blue here. So I guess Shiny Terrapagos isn't that bad. They just didn't choose a good clip for it. Your money's on Ogerpon? Honestly, I think for me, it's between Terrapagos and Sprigatito. But my first starter was Sprigatito, so I'm biased towards Sprigatito. So, Sprigatito, my beloved! You must! Did I just spoil it? God, I hope not.
And Sprigatito. And the cutest Pokemon of the year is Ogerpon. I am not at all surprised. She is a little cutie. I remember when Ogerpon was first revealed, it almost had this sort of sinister look to it, but it just ended up being this little guy. Well deserved.
To highlight this year's Pokemon Card of the Year,
Alright, so Ogerpon did win. You were right, Tallulah. Let's see. I think the reason why people think that Ogerpon is so cute is because of the story it takes place in and its backstory and all that. To me, I was basing it more on just the base design and my own personal experience with it. But yeah, it is a little cutie. Kinda sad that Sprigatito didn't get better showing, but oh well. Time for the next section.
Real Breaking Nate breaks and enters into this award show.
Pokemon cards are one of the most tangible ways to experience Pokemon. Whether it be for market value or the breathtaking artwork, some Pokemon cards have gained attention from fans all around the world, myself included. And over the past few years, the cards have only become more and
fair
more
point,
elaborate
fair point.
and praiseworthy. Here are the nominees for Pokemon Card of the Year. Shiny Palafin. Scizor. Mewtwo.
Ooh.
Minior,
Ah.
Charmander, Gardevoir EX, Giovanni's Charisma, Groudon, Poliwhirl, and Roaring Moon EX.
Ooh.
And the Pokemon card of
Okay, so there was a lot of good art there. He want out. Yeah, he do want out. He want to make some fried chicken. So let's see. Yeah, I think Mewtwo's my favorite here. It's the old classic of Mewtwo alone looking over a cityscape. That's been a thing for like nearly a decade, I want to say. Or even like since the beginning of Mewtwo. So yeah, I'm personally going for Mewtwo, but Shiny Palafin is really good because of all the lighting and the epicness. So let's see what we get.
the year goes to Shiny Palafin. I mean, Shiny Palafin is a great one prize attacker, and being up against such strong.
Yeah, I figured Shiny Palafin would get it because not only is the shiny a black shiny, but also has like black bubbles and stuff, and it has dynamic lighting. Yeah, that was really good. Though the Mewtwo cityscape was also very pretty. It looks like it got at least a sizable representation, though it seems it was less than some other stuff. The Minior being second here makes sense because it was really, really cute. It was cute. Yeah, Batman core. Batman! Da-na-na.
Strong nominees like Mewtwo, Roaring Moon EX, I think says a lot about Palafin. I mean, after all, it literally is the only Pokemon that can go from 0 to hero.
To begin the competitive section of our show, I can think of no better presenter than Cybertron VGC to give us the scoop on our Pokemon Move of the Year.
Pokemon moves are literally how Pokemon is played. I don't need to tell you that. But take it from me, some Pokemon moves, for better or for worse, are far more memorable than others. Moves like Will-O-Wisp, for example. Whether it be for their brilliant...
He has a similar cadence to Wolfie VGC. Do all VGC people, like, speak the same? Do they have the same accent? Or maybe it's just me and I'm losing my mind over nothing. I had to say it.
move animations, their usefulness in competitive battling, or their ability to just outright hit their opponents, the following moves have made a giga impact on our lives. The nominees for Move of the Year are Ivy Cudgel, Fickle Beam, Terra Starstorm, Make It Rain, Knockoff, Ice Spinner, Wicked Blow, and Expanding Force. And the winner...
So, let's see. I know about some of these from watching Wolfie's videos. But yeah, I think Fickle Beam is probably my favorite of these moves. I don't know exactly how useful it is in VGC compared to the other moves on the list. But Fickle Beam is just... I like the concept of it. Like, it's a move that's already pretty powerful, but then when all the heads of Hydrapple come together to shoot out the beam, it's even more powerful. So it's a bit of a gamble with Fickle Beam, hence the name. But it's really cool and it comes from a really cool Pokemon. It's a good signature move.
And the winner for move of the year is Ivy Cudgel. Congratulations to Ivy Cudgel and Ogerpon. I'm not surprised to see this win. Of course, this is one of the brand new moves introduced in Scarlet and Violet. Ogerpon is one of the best Pokemon introduced in Scarlet and Violet as well, and in competitive battles, it is super relevant. All the 4 different Ogerpon forms have been very viable in competitive play, and Ivy Cudgel is just a remarkably consistent attack, and its ability to land increased critical hits is also phenomenal. So a huge congratulations to Ivy Cudgel for winning Move of the Year.
Considering Pokemon abilities are next, I think it's time to bring out the queen of casting herself, Necra.
Pokemon abilities have become one of the most important aspects of Pokemon battles since their introduction decades ago. A good ability can make a huge difference in terms of a Pokemon's competitive viability. Sometimes a new ability allows for a new Pokemon to really shake up the meta, while an old ability helps to fill a niche and to give some relevance to a more familiar face. Here are the nominees for Pokemon Ability of the Year. Embody Aspect, Intimidate, Unseen Fist, Protosynthesis, Poison Puppeteer, Good as Gold, Regenerator, Mind's Eye, and the ability of the year is...
So, given what some of the entries have, and with recency bias, I think that Embody Aspect from Ogerpon is probably going to win it. Since it's Ogerpon, and we already have Embody Aspect, and we have Ogerpon, and we have Ivy Cudgel. So, if Embody Aspect didn't win, then that would be going against the rule of 3. We can't go against the rule of 3. It's the rule of 3. In any case, let's see who wins.
Is Intimidate.
Ah.
Congratulations,
Damn.
Intimidate, for claiming the title of Best
I was
Pokemon
wrong.
Ability of the Year for a second time. Makes a lot of sense when you take a look at how well Intimidate as an ability is able to keep
Rule of
physical
3
attackers in check.
has been broken.
And doesn't hurt that it's on a really good competitive Pokemon like Incineroar.
And to finally introduce the competitive Pokemon of the Year, please welcome Pokemon World Champion Wolfie.
Perhaps the most integral aspect of this franchise is the opportunity to train an infinite number of teams. But every year, a few Pokemon shine above the rest and become a staple to many parties.
Do you hear how he was similar to the guy earlier? Or how the other guy was similar to him? Can you hear that accent, well, not even really an accent, but the cadence in the voice and how they are reading the script? Like, it's not leaving my head, it's still there. I still think that. I still think it.
Whether that be an underdog who miraculously counters a powerhouse, a Pokemon that wields an incredibly unique skill, or a Pokemon with just the right combination of factors that it can succeed in the ever-growing, ever-changing metagame. Here are the nominees for Competitive Pokemon of the Year. Fluttermane, Incineroar, Urshifu, Ogerpon, Raging Bolt, Goldengo, Tornadus, Iron Hands, and the...
So I have a feeling that the winner is probably going to be Incineroar. But in my heart, I want it to be Ogerpon, so that the rule of 3 can still be in effect. It can still be in effect. But it's probably going to be Incineroar.